What's going on, y'all? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. It's another week here in Corona, and it's your main man Taz on VT Radio, and you listening to New Wave Radio. Right now, it is boom Friday, September 18th, 2020. A beautiful Friday, another great day to be alive, y'all. So let's hear it up. Let's clap it up for us. We're here. We're still standing. We're still living. We still made it. That's just that Anton Fisher. I'm sorry, guys. All right. I'm out here Anton Fisher and stuff. We got a few things to talk about. We gonna cover a few things that happened this week. We're gonna talk about what happened Sunday with Miss Patty and Miss Gladys, cause we gotta cover that versus battle. Epic. Then we gonna cover this little insecure challenge. You hear me? This insecure challenge. We gonna cover this Kanye West against whoever now. And then we gonna cover this, the real topic everybody seeming to stick on is this Cardi B and this Offset. And then we have a special social shout out. So be ready. It's going down today. Be hyped. It's Friday. Yo, come on, let's get it. This is lunch break time. I get it, So enjoy the lunch break. You almost over though. You almost done with your day. Come on. You only got a few more hours. Get off, turn up. Quarantine turn up now. Not no real going outside without your mask and going to a full party with like 40, 50 people. Don't do it. We don't need that. We still in Corona. This virus is not going yet. We don't even want to touch on what the president been talking about with this virus. Let's flip over that. Let's just be thankful. Today is Friday. You've been blessed to see another one. Opened eyes. You still breathing. Goals still getting accomplished. Skin looking clear. Body looking right. We going into fall. It's coming up, y'all. 2020 starting to slow down now. Things are starting to get back to some type of normal. And let's keep it going. Let's keep the momentum. So first and foremost, shout out to the Miami Heat. The Eastern Conference Finals. Come on, Miami Heat fans, stand up. We making it, baby. We making it. That's us. It's the Miami Heat all day, baby. Anything else, any other team, y'all not seeing us this year. We going to that championship, we winning. So hear it now. You heard it on New Wave because it is the New Wave. We winning. That's it. That's all we doing. But let's really get into this, man. Patty and Gladys night. When I said I sat down and listened to this battle, and from beginning to end, it felt like love. It felt like memories. It felt like it was some stories in there that I've never heard. I bet a lot of us never heard. It was a lot of good energy, man. It was a lot of good energy. It was a lot of good energy. And I love to see such wisdom and beauty from our older generation, man. It's always good to have that just that motherly touch on something. And you know, this was like this is like Big Mama at at the reunion with all her sisters. You know, it's just one of those moments you just sitting around and listening to the elderly and the wise come together. I love the music. I loved every time they sang. And it seemed like it was a story behind every song. I ain't even finna lie to you. If I'm gonna be real serious with you. You know how I felt when you been at church all day and you in the front of the church, but you know that it's some old ladies in the back of the church cooking all the food, listening to the preacher over the speakers. Those were those old ladies. And it was that type of conversation where you couldn't help but smile. And you couldn't help but think like uh, you getting some type of game. Now, I ain't finna lie to y'all. Patti LaBelle always, forever will be Miss Cocky, Miss Let It Be Known, Miss I Birth All of You. Like, that's Miss Patti, y'all. That is Miss Patti LaBelle to the fullest. I've never seen somebody who could back up what they say as she did, you know. And you know, it would have been, and just, I would love to see more of that generation on here. You know, if y'all were watching Versus, let's try to get Earth, Wind, and Fire next. I don't care what. Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Gap Band. That's your next Versus battle. I need Earth, Wind, and Fire, and I need the Gap Band versus each other. I don't know. Hey, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know who gonna start what. How y'all gonna start get that conversation going? But I need it done. That's what I'm just saying. Cause I need more of that lively, good feeling from that generation, man. It felt good. And Versus keep going. Can't wait to see who the next one is. Avant even stepped in. Avant stepped into the shade room, you know, being asked, you know, the tides of Versus and if he'll do one. And if Avant step in, man, look, a lot of y'all gonna have to step y'all game up. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not throwing shade. A lot of y'all gonna have to step y'all game up. For real. So, you know, that's just one of those that I really want to see. So like I said, that's just one of those I really want to see. And I promise you, we just wait for that one, cause it's gonna be something for real. But let's talk about another thing that's kind of trending right now. This insecure challenge. Yo, and to be real with y'all, yo, I don't watch Insecure. Don't crucify me. Don't come down my neck. Don't hurt me or haunt me right now, guys. I don't watch Insecure. I'm sorry. I But just from the Jasmine Sullivan thing right now, I think I'm about to. I it sounds like the move, because they had some people blowing on it. They've had some people going top tier for this Insecure challenge. Uh, man, and you know your boy gonna step in. Your boy I'm gonna try. I did my own little Insecure challenge. I might have to re-record it. I put up one. You know, it was just something simple, but I, hey, I look, go check it out. And if I'm gonna tell you where you can check it out at. If you're not already following, which you should be already following now. Come on now. Follow us now. You should be following us at VT Radio on all platforms. Then you should be following myself at Taz_influence on Twitter and Instagram. Then you need to be following Magi Productions on Facebook and YouTube. And you can see all of these live shows shown on YouTube. Come on, man. Go support. Go like, share, subscribe. You feel me? That's how we gonna do this. You gonna go to Magi Productions. I gotta show y'all again. MAJII Productions. That's how we doing this. Alright? So go follow. You get to see the video. And you'll get to see what I'm talking about. Just through these, But check that Insecure challenge out, man. I think I did a little something. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Go comment and tell me what's up. So, that's that Insecure. That was how we. That's how we did it, man. Another thing going viral. Another thing that's really turning heads right now. And it may not be surprising, because it's never surprising from the person it's coming from. But Kanye West, man, back at it again, back in the news. Right now, Kanye West is in the news talking about how his contracts are not just and fair from Universal Music Group. He was on Twitter going crazy, Wednesday night, the 16th, I'm sorry guys, September 16th, just, you can see all of his tweets, you can see, the video of him he's peeing on like his Grammy nomination, his Grammy award, I'm sorry. And just saying how corrupt it is, And he even gets called out by one of his people about how corrupt the music industry is. And right now, man, we've been getting told for years now, how the music industry is not being just to the people, not being just to these performers and artists that get on stage every night, every week, every month of every year, and not coming home with anything. We've been seeing too many bio series and docu series lately for the last 2-3 years, where the record deals in these docu series are not fair. They just lock you in just to give you the bare minimum, and then take your money just to get another artist signed, just so they can do that for all of their uh, catalogs and everything. So uh, Kanye not wrong in this one, man. You know, Kanye has a lot of things where he goes, where he go left, he go far left. You know, so far left he back in the plantation, which you know he already said that that was a choice. So I guess he chose to be on this plantation. But regardless of that, um, I guess Twitter has banned him for 24 hours just to shut him up, and and on this one, you know, Kanye, this is one of Kanye's moments where this is cool Kanye, not coon Kanye. You feel me? So, uh, and cool Kanye need his respect, man. So Kanye on this one, I feel you. May all artists get just what they need from these record deals, or you know, just don't sign, man. Just become your own label. Become distribute your own songs and keep going, dog. Because it's working for everybody else right now. And that's the tide we headed to. We not headed to a time and place where the record labels are still going to be prevalent. It's not where people are still making music under these labels just to push, you know, these catalogs. You know, it's very few Dreamvilles out there right now, and you know, it seems like the field is heavily saturated. But man, look, at least every dollar they earn is justly earned, and it's not being broken behind someone's misdeeds or someone's corrupt ways. So to all you pushing artists, to all you artists that's trying to make a name and doing things and doing for yourself, keep going, keep doing. You're amazing, and you're gonna be amazing the more you push and be consistent. This is your time, this is your drive, this is your life. Keep going, you got this. I believe in you, and the world gonna believe in you too. So remember that. Kanye, thank you once again for your one cool moment out of the year that we get, and let's see what happens when he get back on this Twitter, man. Let's see. So, um, other there's other stuff. You know, we gonna talk about this Cardi B and Offset divorce. Um, it's different, and it's definitely it's been a reoccurring thing where you see certain artists who you feel like would have been together forever. Like it's crazy because I be feeling the same way. Like, wow, I didn't think, but it happens anyway. And you know, it's not too much surprising. It's not too surprising that this has happened, but you know, I was hoping better for them. Same way when Wiz was with Amber Rose, uh, Future with Sierra, um, few other relationships. It it wasn't the best. But and not to say these were the best, because I know y'all looking at me crazy. You know, when I said Sierra and Future, and y'all like, what? Y'all about to change the station? Don't change the station. I get it. I get it. We all still looking for that prayer. The men looking for that prayer too, cause you know, Russ, whatever prayer you put out for Sierra, bro, we need that. Uh, that prayer wasn't just for what Sierra prayed for. It's what Russell prayed for too, bro. Cause we need that prayer for the fellas. We all trying to pray for a Sierra. So, um, but you know, we, you do have hope for someone who got a second chance. Um, like Offset did. We know Offset cheated on Cardi. We know, it took them a while to get back together. They got back together. They was going strong. Um, Culture came in the picture, and it was a family thing. They were really family. Now it's back turned around where Offset is, Cardi B is now filing for this divorce from Offset, and it's ending kind of abruptly, and it's been a lot of jokes, it's been a lot of memes, it's been a lot of everything about Cardi. You don't cook, you don't clean, now you don't got no ring, like. But y'all still gotta think, man. This is a woman who has to divorce from her husband, man. This ain't no this ain't no small matter. And the internet makes jokes, but it's real, man. Just like anybody else deserves love, she deserves love. She may be provocative at times. She may be uh, loud. She may be not your cup of tea, but this woman deserves the merits like anybody else, and she deserves the love and respect from not only her husband but her fans. So to you, Cardi B, I pray that whatever goes on with this divorce, whatever happens in your personal life, whatever is beginning to transition, that you find peace, you find love, you find happiness, and things get better for you. And whatever may happen between you and your husband, may you know may it all be positive energy for not only you two but for culture also. So that's the vibes that I'm going with, man. I pray about that, and I hope everything goes better. But that's going to lead us into the conversation we gotta have, y'all. We have to have this conversation. Why does it seem like marriage is no longer holding together? Or why is it that it's not a new age thing or new wave thing for it to even happen? That's what we're going to talk about when we get back after these breaks. But first thing first, y'all already know we're going to have to do this social shout out. And our social shout out goes to none other than the firefighters who are fighting these fires in California. It's been hectic. it's been a trial for all of these firefighters to go out there, save these lives, and risk their life every day, going against what can and what can possibly kill them and possibly uh, bring harm to thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands of people. So right now, the firefighters, to the firefighters that's fighting these fires, you know, they've been discussing that the fires have been the worst, that the fires have been the worst in the last 5 years that they've ever been in California. And 2020 alone, 20 million acres, 10 to 20 million acres have already burned. Um, and that is hard. That is hard to see, and that is even harder for for you to go out there and know you have to go against these things and not possibly come back. So to all those families, to all those firefighters, and to everyone that's in their lives, may those families and firefighters themselves be protected, be loved, and know that you are heroes every day, all day, for all of the things that you do. And we thank you and we love you. And that's coming from all of us. So that's our social shout out. Then y'all about to get into this music break. So shout out. So also shout out to Riley Mosley. You'll hear his voice every time on our music breaks. That's our king. That's our savior. That's one of the newest, dopest artists that's out right now. He's had a birthday this week. It was yesterday actually. And he's turned 29. So shout out to you, Riley Mosley from New Wave Radio. We're here. We love you. We here. We love you. And we wish many more. And y'all gonna get to listen to another one of his new hits that he co-wrote right here on New Wave Radio. Yeah, y'all. So that was our dedication to Riley Mosley. Shouts out to him. The king is 29 now. Great music, great guy. Love his energy every time I talk to him. And y'all just wait, because he definitely has more in the works. He definitely has more coming. And he's also a theater major, guys, so you might see him on like Broadway, and definitely a casting of Hamilton, because the young man has talent, and he's definitely going and moving. So let's just be ready for that. Let's see what's gonna happen. Um, and let's get back into it, guys. Like I said, you're tuned into the New Wave Radio on VT Radio. This is New Wave. Come on, you here. And you here with Taz the Wise Man. Alright? You can follow me at Taz_influence on Instagram and Twitter. Then you can follow me on Facebook at Magi Productions. It's MAJII Productions. And you can follow the same page on YouTube. Alright? Magi Productions on YouTube. So, with all of that out the way, with all of that being said, we was talking about this Cardi B and Offset, right? The divorce, some people who were in relationships that separated or that got divorced, and then you have people who are just breaking up. And the conversation is marriage a dying thing in our generation? And I don't think marriage is dying, right? Just to start off, I just think that marriage is evolving with the time. We're looking at marriages right now, on the same principles that our parents, our grandparents looked at it, and we're not the same generation. Our parents, our grandparents got married and stuck it through, and 40, 50, 60 years people been married. But what you learn later on in life is that these people who have been married usually are hostile against each other. Usually don't like each other's ways. They've stayed because of the family. They stayed because of decisions. They stayed because of financial reasons. It wasn't no leaving. Papa was a Rolling Stone was for our grandparents, because wherever he lay is his home. That was our grandparents. It's to our grandparents were the generation where this is a family on one side of the town, and on the other side of the town, it's another family. And people didn't leave because it wasn't common. It wasn't like, yeah, I'm gonna pick up and just be about my way. Yeah, this is not working out. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it quits. It wasn't calling it quits. And it really wasn't calling it quits because it was so local also. The communication not the same. We in a different day and time, man. It's so many more ways to talk and communicate and date and go out for what you want. It's no longer just meeting somebody at school. It's no longer meeting somebody down the street. It's meeting somebody, in another town, in another state. Online dating is just meeting up, and if your profile meets somebody else's profile, then it's a match. and that's not a common thing for back in the day. You feel me? Uh, it's also for you know, where it transcends to our parents' generation, that they were shunned. You know, they were shunned. This is when this is when it was more of like they started having the kids and still being pressured about uh if this is the person you have a kid by, this is the person you have to marry. So this is when you see not the this is when you see that not all parents were married at the time. They had the kid and then had years upon years of just dating, of just, being significant to that person. Um, of just being with that person and chilling with this person. It's, you know, this is how the older generations did things. You know, it's not where it's not as common where it was where if you had a dispute, if you had something wrong, you would just get up and go to somebody else. That still wasn't prevalent, you know. It wasn't prevalent to be like, if I'm unhappy, then I just need to. If I'm unhappy, I need to leave this situation alone. I need to go find a different means. I need to adjust who I am and how I do things. You know, this is when it started. It started with our parents saying, you know what, let's date. Let's have multiple people we date. Okay, uh, dating was coinciding with boyfriend, girlfriend. That language has changed for us now. We have a more general sense of it now. Dating back then was more like, okay, I'm dating this person, so we significant. We're solely to each other. We're exclusive. You know, it's where, okay, now I'm dating this person. That's who I'm with at the moment. And nothing comes in between that until we have a spat, or there's something we really can't handle together, or we grow apart and dating ends. So you get another one, you get another boyfriend, you get another girlfriend, right? And from that's when you that's when you have like, okay, I'm dating, and then it just comes upon like, okay, married. We've been doing this for long enough. We're married. It's not like we've been. It's not saying we've done this long enough and happy, so we're getting married. It's just saying we've done this long enough, married, right? So, happiness and I think happiness and more general joy has come into the thought of marriage. Um, we're now in a generation that's very expressive. We're very outgoing. We're very open to not just uh, dating, but dating with more of a purpose. You know what what our generation seems to do now. what our generation seems to do now, which, you know, our parents' generation is learning, uh, is divorce isn't the bad guy. Sometimes it's the good guy. You know, um, our parents' generation is learning that, okay, uh, divorce from this situation has actually saved, our relationship with each other, our kids, uh, our finances, our mental health, which now for our generation, before, because we grew up with that, directly grew up with that, and not just looking at our grandparents, who we just said, like, okay, well, before we even got here, they were already divorced, or before we even got here, they already didn't like each other, or before we even got here, they were living in two separate beds. Like, you know, when we watched our parents do it, it was more ingrained, like, okay, before we even get to that state, how about we, we do things different. We don't just automatically get married. How about when we marry with this purpose of the longevity that we do want, like our grandparents had. We have seen some of our grandparents live 40, 50, 60 years. We do see the posts and pictures of, the old couples who still go out dancing and cooking for each other and taking care of each other after 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. Um, and I think, I think that is still wanted. You know, I think right now, I think that's still desired. You know, for our generation, what I would tell anyone and say to anyone is that we're doing things with a purpose. Um, Even down to our dating. Our dating is different than our parents' generation. Um, our dating now is, you know, it's steps and situations and situationships, uh, that and entanglements that happen. You know, um, it's more, dating is more of, we're going to we're going to go out, and we're going to go out to events, we're going to go out to dinners, we're going to go out to uh, other things together to see if we're compatible. We get to compatibility, then we go ahead and say, you know what, we're exclusively dating. You know, it's me and you uh, doing this, and then there's, with no intention of with no intention of being held back, but no intention of also, going out and just doing whatever. Then you have a relationship. And see, I kind of lost you all with the exclusive dating to relationship. So exclusive dating, you want to also iron out the kinks. What don't we know about each other? What do we know about each other? How do we respond to certain things? Will this work out for longevity? Because once we are in this relationship, we are in this relationship with a purpose of um, of marriage, of learning, of growing, you know. Um, and how do we define those things? You know, because even with exclusive dating, you know, these things are still taken with a grain of salt. We're not sure still. You know, nothing is ever sure. And I think one difference that we also incorporate as a new generation is that we're more free to do other things. It's not just behind our religious beliefs. It's more what do we, how do we, how do we love? What is your energy to love? Who do you love? You know, we're very open to being heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual, and uh, you know, we have different ways of loving, um, and we've sat to understand, you know, one thing that my generation really does is I've seen more and more, and you'll see these posts, man. Look at your love language, and it sounds crazy. It sounds. What is that? What's going on? But your love language would say a lot, man. It definitely tells you who you are. How do you like to be loved? How do you respond to love? How do you give out love? How can someone get love from you? You know, um, and these things are very important. You know, we can't just expect that we automatically know these things and know how to deal with these things and do these things for the other person or for ourselves. You know, uh, we take that time. That's one thing about this new generation. We take that time. So, you know, don't be misguided. It's okay. It's okay to not have the answers. It's okay to back out of what you feel like you're already in. It's, you know, you still have freedom and free range to make a decision. Um, do it with a purpose. That's the new wave thing to do. Do everything with a purpose. Because you're here for a purpose. You know? So, and one thing, guys, one thing I will tell you all, no matter how you look at it, no matter how uh, marriage, divorce, why we stay, why don't we stay, um, take your time out. Take your time out to learn about you, to learn what you deal with, how you deal with it, and go to a therapist, guys. Go, go get therapy. Even if you feel like you don't need it, it's not something that dictates, you know, bad mental health. If anything, it dictates great mental upkeeping. You know, um, go for your well-being. We all need someone to talk to, and we all can get that. And I believe that that's probably our strongest asset and our strongest gathering and our strongest goal with this new generation, is that we're going to we're going to bridge a healthier version of us in any possible way. Um, and I believe it. I believe in us, and I believe in this new way. So that's our time, y'all. You know it's always a vibe. It's always cool. It's always a new wave. Here on New Wave. Here on VT Radio. Here with your boy Taz the Wise Man. Y'all can catch us every Friday on at 1 p.m. everywhere on VTRadio.com.